The Koalition.
All right, so of course, the final thing to discuss today, we did get news that we found out some information about the December MPDs, and not surprisingly, the Xbox One has outsold the PlayStation 4. Or attached to that news is that we found out that PUBG, that the PUBG did come out on Xbox One in December, now has 3 million users on Xbox as well. And I'm pretty sure that that also is a reason why, because I believe that, during the holidays, they had this whole thing where if you picked up an Xbox One X, then you got PUBG free also. So a lot of that stuff contributing to the situation. But overall, just a very quick question of whether or not you guys are surprised by the Xbox One X doing well, Xbox in general, because Microsoft normally combines those sales with the Xbox One, the S, and the X. But any surprises that now they've outsold PS4 in December?
It was also really cheap. There was a lot of huge discounts, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, agreed. Gary, any thoughts?
I'm not really surprised at that because there wasn't really many high-profile releases in December, as far as I remember. And of course, with PUBG coming out, which is already a big game on PC, so word of mouth is a big thing. So the fact that the Xbox One X came out a few months back and people have been waiting for a game to play, it made sense that that would be the month where everybody would get both PUBG and the Xbox One X together. So it's not really that surprising. And the Switch still sold the most anyway, didn't they?
I think the Switch sales were still good. Yeah, the Switch still sold well. They had Mario out. They had Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which was also out. So it still sold well. We probably should say, just when the one console outsells the other, doesn't mean that the other consoles are slumping either. PlayStation 4 had sales too, and that sold well also. So it's pretty sure all consoles are doing well right now still. But of course, Microsoft, with the whole PUBG thing, and again, for those that like PUBG, yeah, they probably like to hear that news. I haven't been playing PUBG too much, so I don't,
that
it's
part
okay.
did,
well, go ahead.
sorry.
No,
No,
go
that
ahead.
part did because it was very glitchy.
Well, that this is true. They have released a lot of patches up to this point. The most recent patch, allowed the option for players to now use first-person mode, which is good. But the game is still very much need to be fixed. The frame rate issue was still bad on the Xbox One. Even if you have the Xbox One X, you still have a few issues with that also. But yeah, the game is still in preview. And honestly, I mean, I don't want to be controversial here, but I'm gonna say this. Obviously, when a game like this comes out, how popular the fan base is on PC. Of course, I'm not really surprised that Microsoft outsold Sony in December because a lot of people are looking forward to that game. And let's also address the fact that Microsoft did not have a good year last year for exclusive titles. So obviously, when a title like this comes out, I think you have to anticipate it's going to do well. And then, of course, when you add in the fact that the system was also on sale, yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. So not really too much of a surprise. I mean, as I said, I'm not really a huge PUBG fan, but I can understand why people like the game. And I'm happy for the developers that they're getting more people to check out their game. So that's good. But overall, not really too surprised.
Yeah, even on PC, PUBG isn't perfect. Like the netcode is really bad. Like sometimes it lags, sometimes it's a bit glitchy and stuff. But what really makes that game is just the encounters, like the people you come across online, and just the thrill of trying to be the last survivor in the game. Like that's really what makes that game fun and worth playing. But if you're talking like the technical aspects, there's a lot of games that are better polished than PUBG.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a shout out to, of course, all the listeners. Whether they listen, if you had a chance to watch the show live or you listen later, we appreciate your continued support. I want to announce the winner of the Dragon Ball FighterZ giveaway, and that is Nicholas Alvarez. So congrats. We will be in contact.